Hello. Hello. It's been a while. Ugh. Sweet dog. Patch. Hey guys, Rick here. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, all my hair comrades. Gotten a question from you lately, and is how do I increase the longevity of my hair system? Well, that comes in a couple of different ways at least. Number one is the most important consideration is the model number and the unit itself. Now, I have found all Superhairpieces hair systems to hold up well and to be durable. But understand this, hair systems, different models, they are all made for different purposes. Some are made with longevity in mind. So if that's your priority, you certainly need to look that direction. Others are made with a completely natural, undetectable hairline, which tend to be a bit less durable. So if you're particular as I am and you don't want that hairline to ever show, you want to slick it back and nobody can tell anything except it's hair coming out of your head, then you'll want to look at a model number that is, we'll say, great for combed back exposed hairlines. The unit I have on presently, you guys know that I am this massive HD111 Superhairpieces unit fan. It is the king of the world and all others bow to it. Let me just say that. But here's the caveat. It's not what I have on now. I have on the M101. It is a bit of a thicker skin unit. I think it is 8 mils, but I will tell you this, if you're looking for longevity and you also want something that looks natural, this may be your go-to. You can see that looks pretty darn natural. Hairline's pretty darn good. But here's the thing, durability. And I'm saying this in the most positive way. This baby right here is a tank. I mean, it doesn't shed, it doesn't thin. And the hair on this particular unit is I forget the actual density, but it's thicker than the HD111. I really like that. Plus this one had a little more curl to it, which I like times 100. I like it having a little more curl and a little more body. I can do more with it. I can comb it forward, I can comb it back, I can do lots of different things. But then let's talk about some other things that we can do. So I've heard other people, this is no big secret, you know, when you're shampooing it, you don't want to scrub your head like you would if you had natural hair. You just want to be kind of gentle. You want to use a shampoo that's going to be good on the color and not strip the color out, and then condition it. Hydro Balance Organic Luxury Conditioner. I've got the shampoo, then I've got this natural, back to natural spray in, leave-in conditioner. Now, when you're talking about bio hair, so even though bio hair is alive, it's still attached to your head. And so you don't want any kind of buildup or anything as far as conditioner. I am always in the salon selling, you know, the products that we sell, and I can be able to feel it on people. I'll say, you know what, your hair's got a terrible buildup from the shampoo and conditioner. Now, how about shampooing them? How often? People say different things. I know there are times that if I haven't used a lot of styling product on my hair, the next day I'll just get in the shower and I won't shampoo it. I might shampoo my bio hair around the edges, but I'll just use conditioner on it, rinse the conditioner out without shampooing it. But what I notice is I'm never quite as happy with the styling of it. When that's done, there's something about that shampooing that kind of restores it or something, gives you a fresh start. With just conditioner, I find that it doesn't do that as much, but still, I'll do that when I can. But by the time I get it styled and get it where I want it, I've used, you know, some gel, I may have used some paste, I've certainly used a little bit of hairspray and blah, 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 because I want it to look just like that all day. But if you have a shorter hair system and you get up and you don't look like you've been through the war, well then just use a little conditioner and restyle it again, rinse it, or maybe not even at all if you can comb it. So the less you shampoo, the better it is. The more you condition, the better it is. I think there is something to be said for using a satin pillowcase. It creates less friction on the hair when you turn your head, you know, kind of slips. And then another is how much are your hands in it in the day? You know, you're constantly doing this. The more you mess with it, the harder it is on it. This is something that you do need to care for. You know, you've spent some money for it, and so you need to respect it. And if you do, it will give you a lot back in return. But another thing, whenever you've shampooed it and conditioned it, and you first have to blow it dry, if you can comb it in place and let it dry by itself, marvelous. I can't really do that because I have a vision in mind of how I want it to look, and generally I have to force it into that whatever mood I'm in for the day. So I usually always blow it dry, but it is on a lower heat and a lower setting, so as not to burn it, because with mine, the darker hair is natural hair, but the gray hair is synthetic. It's my choice. I think the synthetic hair to me is less frizzy and more manageable for me. But man, that synthetic hair will melt if you get it too hot, and then it'll get like fuzz on the nose. Bad news, I've done it before. When you're removing the system, you want to use some kind of C22 or some kind of solvent to where you're not having to tug excessively on that. When my unit's been on 7 days, it comes off pretty easily. It doesn't resist too much. But if I have a problem with the front hairline, and I'm not going to try to patch it. Anytime I've tried to pull it up and redo just the front, it always looks like crap when I've tried to do that. So it's going to come all the way off. That's when I get into trouble, when I have to be really careful and just pull it off. Use C22, let it do its work, pull it off a little bit more, and it comes off pretty easily, because you can really damage a system trying to take it off when it's really still stuck pretty hard to your head. There have been a few guys I've talked to that said they put it on and it was in such the wrong place and crooked and everything else. They had to go and take it right back off. Woo! That's a trouble right there, because it is hard to get off and it's hard on your scalp. I guess the bottom line is the less you do to it, the better it is. When I go to install it, I use the Walker Ultra Hold. It is a little difficult to work with, and you kind of develop a certain finesse in putting that Ultra Hold on there, because I use a little, you've seen me do it on the channel, I've used a little brush and spread it around all the way out to the edges and let it dry. And it has, for me, with my particular chemistry in this Texas heat and humidity, it has been the one to hold it the best. Trying to think if there's anything else that I do to help with the longevity. Yeah, there is. Sun exposure. Man, that's about the hardest thing on it of them all. So you guys have seen in my videos, I've been at the pool, I've been at the beach, and yeah, I'm gonna wear hair. This is what I do. This unit's older and I just about need to replace it. So if I'm going to the coast and I'm going to be in the salt water and out in the sun that much, guess which one I'm going to wear? So yeah, heat is sun. Whew. Okay, understand the thing about hair color. Here it is, that when these systems are all colored, they're all chemically treated. They're all colored, they're all permed. What happens with those chemical processes is you look at that hair shaft, and the cuticle layer, the outside layer, is just like fish scales, one thing laying on top of the other. The job of that chemical is to lift that cuticle up, all those fish scales up, so that it can get into the inside of the hair to change the structure of that hair to what you want it to be. Now, after that chemical process is finished, that cuticle lays down again, except not all the way. Now, let's say we turn around then and put hair color on that same hair. The job of that hair color, again, the peroxide is going to raise that cuticle again. So what happens with that? Whatever it is you've deposited in that hair shaft, whatever color you've put in there, can wash back out, but it's not completely sealed down. Well, I know this is like hair color 101, but I just want you to understand the idea here of why it fades, why the color comes out. Natural hair, bio hair will do the same thing. And it is because that cuticle is not completely sealed. That's why the conditioner is so important. There are conditioners that will come in and they will do the job two different ways. A cheaper version of the conditioner will coat that hair shaft with wax and seal it over. And for a little bit, it'll look okay. The better ones are going to have a small enough molecular structure. It's not going to coat the hair, but it's going to come in and just fill in those little gaps where that cuticle is up. Leave-in conditioner that's going to have some sunscreen in it. When you get out of the ocean, when you get out of the pool, you know, you're probably going to have a little bag there. Man, just squirt a little bit of that back in it again and kind of brush it back with your fingers or whatever to help protect it from the sun. So guys, here's the bottom line. Stay fit, stay happy, stay hairy on your head, all of those things. And let's do life together. Let's do hair together. Let's have a good time. I don't know with you watching what age you are. I'm 68 and I am having the time of my life. At 68, I'm in the very best season of my entire life. So, you know, what could be any better, really? Just happiness, joy, peace, and love, all that kind of stuff. But it does seem to be a little better with hair on your head. So, thanks, guys. Hang in there. Let's do this together. Peace, man. Get the coat right. I hope the mic's on. I've done it before when it wasn't. That's a real waste and it's very frustrating.